Very good morning, class 12. So let's continue with the chapter which we are doing it from the book called Vistas, and the name of the chapter is On the Face of It, written by Susan Hill. So till now what we have discussed about it, that how Mr. Lamb and Derry, they both were unknown to each other, the strangers they were, and they had a problem of physical impairment. But the reaction, the perceptions towards this life was totally different. Like, one was on the positive side of it, that okay, if the physical impairment is there, Mr. Lamb, who had one leg made of tin, but he accepted the reality and he enjoyed the life as known as beauty for him. On the other hand, Derry, who was just a small child, a young boy, who had his half face gone due to acid, he had a very different perspective, an opposite one if we compare it with Mr. Lamb. And incidentally, they both met at Mr. Lamb's place only. And how Mr. Lamb explained him that how inner beauty matters the most, not the outer appearance, not the physical appearance. Then he mentioned about that your whole body parts are totally fit and fine. You can still achieve those things which others can think. Stop thinking about others, what they are feeling for you, or they are feeling scared or afraid from you. You just enjoy your life. There are a number of things to watch, to listen, to understand. When Derry listened all these things slowly and steadily, his thoughts started changing. So same we are here learning about it. That how Mr. Lamb encouraged Derry, how Mr. Lamb brought out the positive side of life in Derry, and Derrick's mindset changed also. He listened him very carefully and he changed his perspective towards this life, beautiful life. Derry liked Mr. Lamb's company a lot, and then even we will get to know now that how people used to call Mr. Lamb as Lammy Lamb because of his one leg made of tin. But still the people used to talk to him. And how Derry said that he wants to go back to his family might be waiting for him. He wants to inform them that he is at here, and his family lives at the distance of 3 miles actually. So here I'm reading for you only here right now. It says about Derry, how do you make all of that? Mr. Lamb watching, listening, thinking. I would like a place like this, a garden. I would like a house with no curtains, the gates always open. So Derry said, even I want to have the gates, so I want to have this beautiful place, the garden, and the no curtains at my place. So Mr. Lamb called him that you can come here anytime, gates are always open. But this isn't mine. Mr. Lamb, everything yours if you want to, what's mine is anybody's, Derry. So I could come here again. Even if you were out, could come here, Mr. Lamb. Certainly, you might find others here, of course. Oh, so he said, can I come to your place again if you are not at your place also? He said, yes, sure, you can come. Maybe you will find any other person also at my place. Well, that need not stop you. You need not mind. So when he mentioned that might be any other person you can see here, so Derry stopped for a while. So Mr. Lamb said, you should not stop here. It would stop them. They would mind me. When they saw me here, they look at my face, and so they said people will feel afraid if I will come here and you would not be here. Others will feel afraid while looking at my place. They might not. You would have to take the risk, so would they? So Mr. Lamb said, might be or might not be. So take a risk. Take a bold step in your life. No, you would. You might have me and lose all your other friends because nobody wants to stay near me if they can help it. So Derry mentioned here, no, I can't, because if I will come, people will start feeling afraid and they will move away from this place and they will not be your friends again in your life. So I don't want that. Mr. Lamb, I have not moved. Derry, no. Did you get your leg blown off in the war? Certainly. How will you climb on a ladder and get child crab apples down then? So Miss Derry was worried that he had one leg made of tin, so how he used to climb the ladder? Oh, there is a lot of things I have learned to do and plenty of time for it. Years, I take it steady. Derry, if you fell and broke your neck, you could lie on the grass and die if you were on your own, Mr. Lamb. I could. You said I could help you, Derry. Yes, you said I can help you out if you want to. But my mother wants to know where I am. It's 3 miles home across the fields. I'm 14, but they still want to know where I am. So he said that if you need a help from me, so Mr. Lam said you can help me. So Derry mentioned, but my mother would be getting worried about me. I live 3 miles away. So I'm at the age of 14. I don't know why my family feels worried. Why they want to know where I am. People worry, people fuss. So Mr. Lam said people worry actually. So he said no, people don't worry. They make fuss out of it. Go back and tell them. It's 3 miles. It's a fine evening, you have got legs. Once I got home, they would never let me come back. So Mr. Lam said, you can go home and you can inform them that you are here. So he said, it's 3 miles away. So he said, so what? You're having your own legs, you can go. So lady said, if I would go, nobody would allow me to come. Once you got home, you would never let yourself come back. You don't know what I could. So Mr. Lam said, when you will go home, you would not come. It's not about your family would not allow. Derry said, you don't know what can I do. So Mr. Lam, no, only you know. Obviously, you know only, I can't. If I choose, then he stopped. Mr. Lam, oh, if you choose, I don't know everything, boy. I can tell you what to do. So he said, I can tell you what exactly you can do now. They tell me, do you have to agree? Derry said, but people tell me what to do. My family tell me what to do. So Mr. Lam said, do you agree to it? I don't know what I want. I want something no one else has got or ever will have. Something just mine like this garden. I don't know what it is. Derry said, I really don't know what I want in my life. Might be a garden like it. Might be the thing which nobody has. You would find out how. Waiting, watching, listening, sitting here or going there. I will have to see to the bees. He said, you will get everything. So Derry asked how. So he said, might be waiting, watching and listening. You can wait here, you can see here, but I need to go. I need to see my bees actually. Remember, he said that bees don't buzz, they sing actually. Those other people who come here, do they talk to you, ask you things? So Derry asked, the other people who are coming to your place, do they really converse with you? Some do, some don't. I asked them, I like to learn. So he said, not necessarily everyone talk, but I like to ask because I am really interested to learn various new things. I don't believe in them. I don't think anybody ever comes. You are here all by yourself and miserable, and no one would know if you were alive or dead and nobody cares. They said, I really don't think so if anyone comes here. Or I don't think so that people are interested to know that whether you're alive or dead. You think what you please. Mr. Lam said, it's totally up to you, your choice what you want to think. Alright then, tell me some of their names. What are names? Tom, Dick or Harry? Getting up, Mr. Lam getting up, I'm off down to the bees. I think you're a daft crazy. They said, I think you're crazy. That's a good excuse. What for? You don't talk sense. They said, you don't talk sense, I guess. Mr. Lam, good excuse not to come back, and you have got a burned up face, and that's other people's excuse. So Mr. Lam said, that you are making an excuse because you don't want to come here. You're saying it to me crazy because you don't want to come here. And people make, this is an excuse. And people make an excuse of your having a burned face. You're like the others. You like to say things like that. If you don't feel sorry for my face, you're frightened of it. And if you're not frightened, you think I'm ugly as devil. I'm a devil, don't you? Shouts. Derry basically shout. He said, you're also like the others. Might be you're feeling sorry for my face. If not sorry, you're feeling frightened. If not frightened, you think that I'm looking like a devil actually. Mr. Lam does not reply to this thing. He has gone to his bees. No, you don't. I like it here. Derry said, I like to being at this place. I'm going, but I will come back. You see, you wait. So Derry said, wait, I will come back. I'm going back home. I will inform my mother and I will come back here. I can run. I haven't got a tail leg. I will be back. He said, I can run. Mr. Lam, they my dears, that's you seem to, you know, we all know. I will come back. They never do though. Not them, never do come back. So Mr. Lam said, you know, you will not come back. Many people say that they will come back, but they never come back. And here scene 1 finishes off. Derry left from that place just to inform his mother. So the ending part, we will finish it off tomorrow. Only scene 2 and scene 3 left. Very short scenes that we will discuss tomorrow. So Derry basically changed his mindset. He became a positive person. Turning point came into his life. And now he wanted to be in the company of Mr. Lam, only Lammy Lam, or we can say. But he went back to inform his mother. So I guess this much is clear to you. Thank you. God bless you all.